Have you ever looked at a man's choice of wife and wondered why did he leave that beautiful, loving woman and end up marrying someone completely different? Sometimes the woman he even married may not even look like his obvious choice, and that leaves many women confused. They start asking themselves, was I not enough? Did he not love me? Why did he choose her over me? But here is the truth many women are not told. Men often do not choose marriage the same way women choose love. Men have always been intentional about what they want in a wife. The signs were always there. The problem is that many women were too emotionally invested to see it. And today, we are going deep into this because this understanding can save a woman years of confusion, heartbreaks, and wrong expectations. Hello, dear friends. My YouTube analytics lets me know that over 65% of you who watch my video do not subscribe. I know that you actually want to subscribe, but somehow you forget. So here is a reminder to please click the subscribe button now. Have you subscribed? Please do it now. Thank you. One thing many women must understand is that for many men, marriage is often a decision tied to vision, lifestyle, peace, and personal needs. This does not mean the absence of love. It simply means for men, love is not the only deciding factor. A man may deeply love a woman, he may enjoy her company, he may be attracted to her, he may even spend years with her. But when it comes to marriage, another question usually comes in. Does this woman fit the life I want to build? That is a completely different question. A man can love one woman and still choose another woman for marriage because the second woman aligns more with his long-term vision. This is why women must stop assuming that time, chemistry, or intense emotion automatically leads to marriage. Sometimes these men already know from the beginning who fits in and who doesn't. And this is the part many women miss. Men often choose wives based on what suits their needs. And I'm not talking about material needs. I mean emotional, mental, lifestyle, family, and identity needs. For example, a man may want peace more than excitement. He may want a woman who supports his ambition. He may want someone family-oriented. He may want a woman who shares his values. He may want a woman who understands the kind of home he envisions. So while a woman may be thinking, he loves me, so surely I'm the one, the man may already be thinking, can I really build a peaceful home with her? Women often focus on how the relationship feels. Men often focus on how the relationship fits. And that difference is powerful. If a woman doesn't understand this, she may misread the entire relationship. Now, let's talk honestly. A lot of women are raised to focus on being chosen. They are taught how to be attractive, how to be lovable, how to be desired, how to make a man stay, how to keep a relationship. But very few women are taught to ask, is this man actually choosing in alignment with my needs too? Sometimes women become so emotionally invested in the idea of marriage that they start positioning themselves for selection. They adjust, they shrink, they overgive, they tolerate, they perform, all in the hope that one day he will say, you are the one. But here is the problem. When your only goal is to be chosen, you stop evaluating whether this choice is mutual. You stop asking if he is truly the right partner for you. Instead, your entire focus becomes, how do I become the wife material for him? That mindset can be dangerous because while he is carefully assessing what works for him, you may be abandoning what works for you. And right here is one of the hardest truths for many women to accept. A lot of times, a man marries a woman who best fits his life structure, not necessarily the woman he has the strongest emotional connections with. Now, let's be clear. This is not for every man, but it is common enough that women would need to understand this. A man may date a woman who gives him excitement, chemistry, passion, and emotional intensity. But when it comes to marriage, he may choose the woman who offers peace, compatibility, shared value, and long-term alignment. That's why people sometimes say, he looked happier with the other woman. Happiness in dating and suitability for marriage are not the same thing. This is exactly why a woman should pay attention to what a man values and not just how strongly he expresses emotions. Many women enter relationships believing that love is enough. If he loves me, he will marry me. If we have chemistry, we belong together. If we are emotionally close, this must lead somewhere. But relationships and marriage requires more than feelings. They require compatibility, shared direction, timing, vision, emotional maturity, conflict style, family expectations, financial mindsets, role expectations, and future plans. A man may genuinely love you and still feel like you are not aligned with the life he wants. This is painful, but it is real. This is why women must learn to look beyond feelings. Always ask yourself, does this relationship have structure? Do our values align? Are our expectations compatible? This is where the real empowerment comes in. You see, the lesson here is not that men are smarter. No, the lesson is that women must learn to become more intentional too. Instead of waiting to be selected, become a woman who chooses wisely. Choose peace, choose character, choose emotional safety, choose alignment, choose a man whose vision aligns with yours. Ask yourself, can I thrive with this man? Does he bring out the best in me? Is this relationship balanced? Does he make decisions with wisdom? Is he emotionally available? Does he respect me? Does he actually know what he wants? Women must stop dating only for emotion. Emotion is beautiful, but emotion without wisdom can lead to pain. And sometimes women ask the wrong questions. The question is not only, does he love me? The better question is, how does he define partnership? Because some men love deeply, but do not know how to build healthy marriages. Some men love sincerely, but choose based on convenience. Some men love passionately, but lack commitment. Some men also marry based on timing and pressure. So instead of focusing on love, pay attention to his mindset around marriage. How does he talk about family? What does he admire in women? What kind of home does he want? How does he handle responsibility? This will reveal far more than sweet words. Many women enter marriage only to later realize, I don't think this man was right for me. Why? Because they spent more time trying to be chosen rather than evaluating compatibility. And then the man is fulfilled because he got exactly what he wanted: peace, support, structure, companionship, a certain lifestyle. Meanwhile, the woman finally realizes that her own needs were never really considered. This is why self-awareness is everything. A woman must know herself before she chooses. Know your values, know your emotional needs, know your non-negotiables, know the kind of life you want. And let me say this clearly, this is not about blaming men. Men are allowed to choose what suits them. That's actually wisdom. The lesson here is that women must do the same. The issue is not that men are intentional. The issue is that women must equally be taught how to be intentional, just like the men. And that is what must change. Marriage should not be one person getting their needs met while the other person realizes too late that they ignore themselves. It should be mutual. Two people choosing themselves with clarity. So no, men never hid this. Many of them have always been clear about what they want. Sometimes the signs were in what they praised, what they repeatedly said mattered to them, what kind of woman they publicly admired. The problem is that many women were too focused on love and being chosen to truly observe the deeper criteria. So, this is your reminder: do not date blindly, do not love blindly, do not marry blindly. Be intentional, be self aware, be observant. Choose as wisely as you hope to be chosen, because marriage is too important to be chosen from emotions alone. So, I really want to hear from you. Do you think women focus too much on being chosen? Let's talk in the comment section. Bye.